Well, I would say, well, Edward has a pretty rough go, but Edward doesn't work. He didn't work like y'all did. When's the last time you made 100 calls? Could you do it again? Are you rusty? Do you still know how to call? Who thinks we ought to get Ed? If you're in here, do me a huge favor. Like, comment, share the stream, and let me know, would you like to see Ed Kilgore make some calls live? We ought to bring back the live calling. What do you think?
I think we should bring back.
Get on the damn show, Josh.
Saturday sales training.
What about your little Josh is already on here? He beat you. Are you on here? Talking about Real Estate 101, and on Real Estate 101, we don't give 60 seconds of gratitude. We give a shout out. I'm giving a shout out to my man Shannon Wheeler right over there at PMG Mortgage because he gave me today's show topic. Are you still eating?
I'm still eating.
What is that?
It's beef jerky.
Damn, fat boy. Golly. After all them fish and chips and... Hey, I'd like a sip of that. Bring it up here.
He did this yesterday, too.
Did he? He got a C4 and some jerky? Yeah, thank you very much. Did you bring this for me?
I did.
Get on the show and share it for me.
I know you don't like a whole one, though, so I was hoping we'd split it.
All right, so today, here's what we're talking about. We got a lot of young people that work here. Ed, do you feel old compared to all these young folks? Or do you feel like you're their age?
No, I feel old.
Do you? But see, you're still a kid. You're 30. You're still a baby. I bought my first house when I was 30 years old. 30 years old. What are you doing, Josh? Oh. I was 30 years old. John Jones called up John Floyd, and he said, man, do you have any lease purchases that have fallen apart that you'd give a good deal on? He's like, as a matter of fact, I do. Today, we're in an age where you're going to have help, or you're going to have a special skill set to be able to get in on a deal. That house, I think I paid $105,000 for it. I sold it. I wish I still had it. Would it have mattered if I paid full price for the house?
No.
The full price would have been $125,000. Probably got 20 grand off the house because of my relationship with John Floyd. Hello, Sam. How are you? But if I was young, let's say to me, I think you're young at 30 and under. Once you get into your 31s, 32s, you're starting to put a little age on that ass, if you know what I'm talking about. So if I'm Josh Letzler or if I'm Josh Harrell, Drew was mature enough and advanced enough. How old were you when you bought your first house?
21.
Were you 21 when you bought your first house? Damn. Man, I was getting drunk 6, 7 times a week. I remember at that age, me and my buddy Will Rowland went out 14 days in a row.
Oh, nice.
14 nights in a row.
Sounds like impressive. That's very impressive.
And you know what was more impressive about it? I wore the same blue jeans.
All 14 days.
All 4 without ever washing them.
I am not surprised.
Tough.
Swear to God.
Less surprised by
Swear to
that.
God. Swear to God I did.
Less surprised by that than
There was many nights where I didn't take a shower and I would still go out. Had no shame in my game. Don't know why I was like that, but that's what I was doing. But, if I could have reversed that, I would change that. If I could do it anyway, I would do it Drew's way, where I'd have had Brittany, she'd have been 10. When I was 21, I'd have gone ahead and said, let's go ahead, let's just get committed, let's buy a house. But most people at 21 aren't capable of buying a house. Can you buy a house right now? But you really can. Your mindset, your creativity is, you're a loser, he said. You just don't know the ways you could do it. So, little Zeke Rankin, he's buying a house. Did you know Zeke was buying a house? Did you? Did you know that? Did you?
I told him to do it. He's going to rent the other rooms as well.
All right. He's 20 or 21. Is he 21 yet?
He's about to turn 22 yet.
About to turn 22. He's a kicker at MTSU. He's doing this on the side, little real estate hustle on the side. I appreciate it. You want to sip? Okay. He's doing this on the side. How did he buy a house with no income?
Daddy's money.
Coach Rankin, the living legend, helped him out. Thank you very much. We just go back and forth. The living legend, Coach Rankin, co-signed for him. So if I'm a kid or if I'm a parent, I got this topic from Shannon Wheeler. Like today, if I really, like if you're my kid, you were my kid, I'd say, well, I want him to be my kid, not you. No, I'm just kidding. If you were my kid, the way I could help you the most would not be wasting money on college. You went to college. Who paid for your college? Daddy did. Damn, Daddy's still helping. So the whole college he paid for, or did you have like? Did they have the free? I mean, So you went to Motlow. Tell us how that happened.
I went to Chattanooga.
No, you went to Motlow first though. Oh, you went to Chattanooga first. Flunked out.
I didn't flunk out.
What happened? Tell us the story. Daddy paid money for you to go. Daddy paid money for you to go to college, and you almost let him down. Mom and Daddy paid you some money, and you just eventually said no. How much money did they spend on you going to college? I bet you they helped you out some, Josh. They helped you out with the rent.
Yeah,
Don't see. We want to discount the help we got.
No, yeah.
How much they get?
College. They said if I go to college, they'll help me pay like $500 towards rent
Per month.
per month.
See, we can call it whatever we want, but they helped you go to college. They helped you. How many years did you try this?
6 months, maybe. I was in school 6 months.
Okay, would you have been better off if they said, here's what we're going to do for you? Would you rather them help you go to college for, I think you went longer than 6 months, Josh.
Well, I did 6 months worth of school. It was like two semesters, 2.5 semesters.
What's a year, isn't it?
3 months each semester.
That's a year, isn't it? 2 semesters, they paid a year, I bet. They didn't do 6 months.
No, they didn't pay me whenever I wasn't, like, summertime, they didn't pay me.
That's when you tricked me into helping you out. So would you rather them pay for school like little Josh, or would you rather your mom and dad buy you a house? Now, when I say buy a house, I'm not saying they're going to pay $300,000 in cash and it's now your house. They're going to co-sign. Your responsibility is to pay for it.
Right.
Now, Zeke is going to pay for it. How is he going to creatively pay for that house?
Really? NIL money.
He ain't going to have enough NIL money, I don't think. I did a story today, and not one person's come forward saying, I'd like to throw him any NIL money. So he's probably going to have to come up with creative ways. How much, I don't have any idea, how much money can somebody charge for a bedroom?
I've seen it like $400 or $500.
Is that all?
I was going to say 6 to 8.
Depending on that house, he could get under $800, $900.
Per room?
500 to 800. If you go get a room like rooming in MTSU, like the ones that have 4 rooms, they share common space. It's like $700, $800.
Yeah, but places like the Point,
And that's not at a house.
that are like 4-bedroom apartments, they're like $500 a month.
So he can at least get $500 to $600 per room.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay. So to get ahead today, you're going to have help because pricing has become ridiculous. When I bought my first house, Stevie, what did you pay for your first house?
$86,000.
$86,000?
Yep.
Can you believe he got a house for $86,000?
How much is that worth today?
It's worth $286,000, $300,000.
That's before inflation.
Of course it was, but today's high prices are tomorrow's bargains. How many houses do you wish you could go back and buy at $86,000?
Many as I could.
As many as you could, every one of them, if I could. So, what's going to happen to the people that like Ed? You got to get in a house. Now, at lunch, we found out some voodoo, some secrets. Maybe the way you're going to get in your first house is not normal. Maybe it's going to be creative financing. Maybe Drew will owner finance you a house. But you got to get into the game as early as possible, or it's going to become too damn expensive because prices are not going to come down. As a matter of fact, do you think car prices are ever going to get cheaper?
No.
Nothing gets cheaper. Hookers have even gotten more expensive. Dime bags have gotten. I mean, nothing. Everything gets more expensive.
Dime bag sell for $20 now.
A dime bag. Do you know how much is a dime bag today?
$20.
How much, Van? Oh, well, today a dime bag's 20, right?
Could be 15.
How much is a quarter?
About 75.
120, man. Back in the day, how much was it? I'm just trying to help you make sense. Everything that you buy goes up. You remember back when we go to Penny Beer, don't you? How many times you go to Penny Beer? You paid $5 to go to Stampede's, and it was virtually free beer. You didn't even have to throw a penny up there, did you?
No.
They just said that. Can you believe that?
Like beers, like
From like 9 to 11, they'd get you in there. $5. We go,
Did that too. Yeah.
did they?
They still
Well,
do
we
the
go
same,
we
though.
go to Stampede's now. How much is a beer? $5. How much?
250 or something.
forgot it's
Yeah. When's the last time you bought a beer? How much is a beer
It's like $7
at a bar?
Yeah.
How much is it at like Happy's?
Like $7
$7.
for a bottle.
Prices ain't coming down. It doesn't matter what it is unless it's just something that's going away. But I mean, mail used to be 10. How much was a stamp back in the day, Van? A nickel. How much is it today? They're a double nickel. Can you believe that? So here's what I'm trying to help you make sense of. Get into a house as quickly as you can, because I read this stat. So like your house payment is how much? And it's you got an expensive house right now. High rates. What's your payment? $3,400. Let's just say you stay in that house until you're 55, 54, and you got 1 year left on your mortgage, and it's $3,400. You didn't even refinance it. You just kept it there, $3,400. What do you think rent's going to be in 30 years on an apartment?
A lot more than 34.
$5,000.
Shit, it's going to be more than that, I bet. In 30 years, I think rent probably doubles in 15 to 16 years.
Yeah, I was about to say a one bedroom probably in 15 years would be like $30,000.
What will a 3-bedroom be?
6, 7.
Think about that. That's inflation. See, people, they compare the moment. They compare today's rent to why would I buy a house. You got to think into the future, because what you're buying today, it's not going to get any more expensive monthly, but your rent's going to go up. I got Van. Are we going up on any of our rents?
How much?
I bet, I don't know, a couple $100 a piece, because we didn't go up for so long.
Why did you decide to just go up?
Because because
you can.
because when I'm going broke like I am right now, I'm looking for every damn dime I can find. That's what whenever you put yourself in a position to where you got to survive, you start digging and looking for ways to survive. Like right now, you ain't sold nothing in a while, have you?
2 weeks.
2 weeks? Yeah, that ain't bad. Well, in 2 months you'll find a way to sell it. You'll find a way to make money. So here's what if you got somebody. I don't know the rules on co-signing. I don't know if you got to be a family member. I don't think it matters, does it? Yeah. So if I'm you, I'm going to my dad. If I'm you, I'm going to my mom and dad. If I'm you, I'm going to your mom and dad. If they don't help, I'm going to somebody. If I'm you, I'm going to go to your dad. I would definitely go to your dad. I would go to your dad if I were you. But there's opportunities out there. And at 50 years old, the biggest problem, the biggest mistake I made was I only made sense of, can I do this? How can I pay for this? I don't have the money to do this. Even if you don't have money, you learned today at lunch, you don't have to have money. You do have to have an opportunity. So find an opportunity. There's so many opportunities that are around you right now. I'm going to give you this little secret. If I were you guys, here's what I would do. I would find somebody that bought a house that needs to get rid of it. They're in a bad situation. And they bought it in 2021, 2020. They got a 3% mortgage rate. Maybe they owe too much and they just can't get out of it. Find a way to own their home, subject to keeping the mortgage in place. Or, how do you say it?
Or contingent is the same thing.
Contingent would be the same thing, but it meaning this: I'm gonna get the deed to your property, but we're gonna keep the mortgage in place. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna go much further into it, but there's so many of those that you can find right now. You just gotta find the opportunities. Van Grafton, shut us down.